this was the first piece of video or music that I came across from them, and they are very. They sound very much like a '70s band.
Yeah.
They're very. They do very good hardcore driving. Punk kind of inspired music. You know, you really have to be an aficionado for feedback.
Yeah.
And feedback can be really irritating, but a
This
lot
is
of times
good
when
stuff.
it's done well, it shows the kind of prowess that everybody has. Now, the reason I picked this transition right here is what I think is kind of interesting. When I was listening to this, as they break out of this kind of feedback thing, this
Heavy
is how
beat.
I'm saying that I'm making a comparison to the Grateful Dead. That the Parquet Court are a little bit like the Grateful Dead. Because, the Grateful Dead have hours and hours and tons of shows where it's just feedback and,
Yeah.
the 11 and all that kind of thing.
LSD too.
Yeah. But there's not a lot of bands that play like that anymore. But this working out of this transition.
Can I interrupt you and tell you something? You see these close-ups? Those are big strings. Most bands don't play those big fat strings. That's why you're hearing the 60s sound. Those are big chords.
What do you mean by big strings?
Well, the strings on their guitars are heavy gauge. Diameter, exactly.
Do you have it up a little bit so we just have it? Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And that's why you're getting that 60s, 70s
Yeah.
punk sound, because those guys didn't play with the kind of strings that are used nowadays, which are wonderful, but they're very tiny. And they're like, not delicate at all, but they're like sweeter. These are like big, tubular, boom,
Yeah.
high diameter, heavy gauge Fender strings, and that's where that sound's coming from.
Yeah. But pod this up, Lee. Does this sound like the Grateful Dead or what?
Yeah. They're noodling.
Just listen
It's
to
great,
it.
though.
They're noodling, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. They're keeping that beat going, though. Boy, that bass and drums is just doing its thing.
No, this drum player, this guy, all through that feedback, he was
kept
keeping
his heartbeat.
He was just keeping it going, yeah.
Yeah. Besides the fact, yeah.
It's I don't know what it is about this band. It's just they just have a sense of a lot of their lyrics are very good too. But the lyrics, like, I didn't really get until like the third or fourth or fifth time that I listened to them, because I never really looked at their liner notes.
Yeah. Well, this is the kind of band that's, you can't. There's no other word. They're authentic.
Yeah.
These guys are not. They're not getting ready for stage with their glittery outfits or anything, and they're not trying to cop anything but an everyman look. I mean, they're just look how fat those strings are, boy.
Yeah. So this is a good song. Anyway, this is from KEXP on YouTube. This is a studio live set that they did. Let me see here. Back on August 8th, 2014.
Yeah.
I love this part though. This part just puts me into a trance.
There's the beat.
Yeah.
You could walk down the street to that.